One of the major differences between professional institutional traders and retail traders is that professionals take current information and data and project the future from it, following the law of action and reaction. But for retail traders, we were taught to always look back into the past and see the past institutional reactions, then try to use that to predict the future, following the general saying that history will always repeat. It's like a driver moving forward but looking backward, trying to use the past turns and bends to drive through upcoming turns and bends. Obviously, he is perfectly set up for a crash. One of such backward-looking ideas that is very common in the retail space is support and resistance. The big institutional traders and large funds traders don't trade support and resistance, they create it. They are all about current data and future expectancy and price, not past turning points, which we call support and resistance. What the institutions trade is projected price points. Example of such price point that is well known in the retail space is Fibonacci extension and Fibonacci retracement, which uses present range to project future turning points. No look back is needed. In this video, we will discuss price point projections that produce the support and resistance levels we were taught to look back for. Welcome back to the channel if you are a returning subscriber. If this is your first time on the channel, you're welcome to Tom's Capital, where we analyze the forex market with facts and figures, which enable us to see the market with the eyes of a true smart money trader. Go ahead and join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Also turn on the bell icon so you will be notified when we drop new videos. We also have loads of true trading knowledge packed videos on the channel that you will have to watch to truly become a member and not be found wanting when we use concepts you have no idea of but have been taught in previous videos. In our previous video, we talked about the control block, which is the true institutional order block. The control block controls price delivery throughout the monthly contract. It also determines the key price points that will generate turns, which will later be seen as support and resistance level by retail traders. In case you are wondering what a control block is, just watch our previous video. It is an in-depth video on institutional control block. The key levels or point of interest where big institutional traders trade are standard deviations of the control block. That is 100%, 200%, 300%, 400% extensions and more of the control block above and below the block. These levels are where the institutional traders load bulk of their positions. The midpoint between the levels are also important. They serve as minor price points. Now let's go straight into the chart and show how to easily mark the projections and also see it in action. On the screen right now is the Euro USD chart from our previous video with the control blocks marked. If you are getting value from this video, go ahead and like the video and leave your thoughts in the comment section. In order to do the level projections easily, I use the Fibonacci tool. But instead of the standard levels on the Fibonacci tool, I input different figures for the levels. What I will do right now is to load up my template so that you can see the figures that I use on the Fibonacci tool. So this is my template. I'll just go into the settings so you can see the figures. So as you can clearly see, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. I think I mark that up to 8. Then I have 1.5, 2.5 to 7.5. And as you can clearly see that I used a different color that is lighter for the 0.5 levels. That is to show you that those are the minor price points. And just like I have done for the positive side, I also mark up the negative side. So I have the -1, -2, -3 up to -4, and also I have -0.5, -1.5 up to 3.5. So you can take a screenshot of this level so you can use it to set up your Fibonacci for level projection. So now that we've learned how to set up our Fibonacci tool, what I'll do right now is to mark up the level on the control block. So what I do is I anchor my Fibonacci tool from the low of the control block and drag it up to the high. So by doing that, I have marked up all the projections for the quarterly contract. And as you can see that after price broke out of the control block, it went 2 standard deviations away from the control block to this major level, retraced back to this major level, came back to the previous one, went on to the minor level, then came down again to this minor level. And as you can clearly see that the levels are working perfectly just as support and resistance. There is no reason for us to go back in time to check what has happened. We use the control block of the current contract to project the levels where the institutions will be placing their trades. The institutional traders that load positions right here after 2 standard deviation probably took out some of the positions to cause the retracement. Like you already know, this is not what will tell us the direction of the market. This is just to let you know where you will be taking your trade from. For instance, in this quarterly contract, we already know that the target for the quarterly contract is this low right here. And we know that after that target is taken, we'll expect a reprice to the upside. So how then do you know where to take your buy trade from? That is where these projections come into play. And as you can see right here, on the day the target was hit, price continued to the downside, breaking all these levels. But when it got to this one, that is where it rejected from. And then you already know that is where you should be taking your trade from. And if you don't get your entry at the first major level, after price came up and closed above the minor level, you can then take your trade using the retracement to retest that minor level. So let's do the projection for this monthly contract that just ended. The same thing, you anchor your Fibonacci from the high of the control block to the low. And you can clearly see that the same way it worked here is the same way it's working right here also. Price broke out of the control block, went up straight for this major level, then retraced to the minor level. From there it went up into the control block, and inside the control block of the quarterly contract, it also hits the minor level of the projection from this monthly control block. And from that point it rejected, came back down, retested this level, major one, continued down into this control block, rejected from the control block again and started moving up straight to this major level, rejected from there, came back to the control block, and from the control block went straight up for the minor level inside the quarterly control block. Another thing you'd like to know is that the quarterly projection works throughout the quarter, while the monthly work throughout the month, just like the control block. So that means we can extend this one to go into the next monthly contract. Although it's going to make it look quite rough, but this is the 4-hour time frame. We can go into the 1-hour time frame so that we will see it clearly. Now you can see that all the points price reversed from are actually projected levels. You can see it here also. See this one also. See it here also. So when you know where the market is going, these projections will help you to know the zones where you should be taking your trade from. You can see this. So for day traders, this will be very useful, and also for swing traders it is very useful. You can see that the levels where market reverse from are actually projected levels, either from the quarterly control block or the monthly control block. Apart from identifying turning points in the market, the projected levels can also help you to set your stop loss. It's going to help you determine the levels where your stop loss are safest. So let's assume that you are taking a buy right here. Your stop loss is going to be safest if you put it beyond the next level. So if you are taking the buy at this point, your stop loss is going to be safe if you place it right here. And also if you are taking the buy at this point, your stop loss will be safe if you place it right here. If you go through all the turns, you can see that the stop loss, if placed beyond the next level, is going to be safe. If you take your sell here and place your stop loss at this point, you are definitely going to remain in your trade. Also, if you take a buy right here and your stop loss is below this level, you are safe. The same thing applies to this point. If you take your buy entry right here and your stop loss is below this level, you will definitely be safe. So that is another use for the projected levels. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day and happy trading.